My name's Emma Denman. I've worked alongside Oliver for, this will be the 5th year. At the beginning, it would have been that all of the students would go out of borough to a college when they left education. They would go out of borough. So they set it up as a new programme, called it Local Colleges First, which is LCF. And he was one of the ones who, there was just a few of them. I think there was about 10 students who took it up. And it just meant he could stay in his own borough, his own community, learn to live his life, what's familiar, and go around and become part of his community, and get an education to encourage him to grow and be a part of that and join in with life, which is all any of us really want, isn't it?
Initially, without the provision of the LCF, what used to happen is students like Oliver, who have got special needs, due to lack of facilities to meet their needs, were more or less taken out of the borough. So that meant they were more or less disconnected or detached from their family roots, from their local rings, from their friends. I think there are many bits of the LCF that have worked very well for Oliver. Point number one is that he's been able to get personalized learning, which is very close to his home. He's got opportunities to socialize with his peers and maintain his local rings within his home area. Otherwise, if not, those links could have been cut off.
He's an amazing character, but he was obviously quite anxious. It was a new programme, new people were working together, and it was the first time all the courses had done, so we was getting equipment and there was lots of people involved, and he wouldn't go into the classroom, and if he did, he'd sit at the back and occasionally with his back to the classroom, and then he would join the classroom, and then he would become just an animated part of that classroom and really take part, and he made friends.
And then once you got used to doing the LCF, at first you would sit at the computer and Chanel would talk, and by the end of LCF you would stand up in front of the class
and do the board pen, and Dominic was talking to me.
And you would talk to Dominic and the class, and what would you tell them?
How about good working and keep nice and quiet and listen. Have lunch in the canteen myself. Then I have computers with Keith. We were doing computers and looking for pictures, and I have break time, go back in the canteen. And Keith was telling me to type something on there. We were doing some favourite computer pictures you can type with.
I would pick him up from home, take him to the shop, the scope, the work experience, and he would have to meet all these new people in the room at the back where they sort everything out. And we started off just out the back doing jigsaws, and then we would move onto the shop floor when it was quiet and tidy things up. He loves it to be tidy. So he would go along with all the shirts off his own initiative, not being told, and do up all the buttons and make them, and pull them out and do all the sleeves, and then he'll go up and do all the zips up and make sure everything's hanging really nicely and all the hangers are facing the right way round, and that's just an amazing ability to have. And then all the staff got to know him really, really well, and they would then give him little jobs, and it went from just looking at me thinking, oh, what am I doing? I don't know what to do. Is this okay, Emma? Just with a little look, to the manager or another member of staff giving him a job to do, and he'd be like, okay, I'm going to go off and do that, and he'd be really animated and go off and be so proud that someone had given him a job to do, and he could take these instructions and, obviously with supervision as well, make it work. And by the end of a year working in the shop, probably about 3/4 of the way through, a customer would come up and he would look them in the eye and go like, hold on a minute, I'll get someone for you. And it was sort of like the first time we'd done that, I'm sort of like, oh, he's so proud. It was so, I get emotional now. It was just so amazing. I'm terrible to be a part of that.
So I think with the kind of support that he has got along the way, He's been able to enhance and develop his own independent skills. He's been able himself to reach out and articulate his aspirations and his desired outcomes, what he wants to do. I think he's been given the space to do that, so which has helped him more, and that has more or less helped him to build confidence in himself.
Where did Oliver and Emma go after LCF finished? We started working somewhere. You've done some work experience
with hospice.
The hospice, and you're not a student anymore. What are you now?
And now I'm a volunteer.
So hopefully with the future that he can still be part of that. That's what we're kind of building with, that not necessarily paid employment, but to be a volunteer, to give him a reason to get up in the morning, to give him a purpose in life, to give him a reason just for being, which is what life is all about at the end of the day. So if we can aim for that by the end of his education, he's got a job, even if it is a volunteer, then it's all perfect. It's all been made. That's what it's for.